Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this special presentation of Final Fantasy Randomizer. We are doing the Duckling Reveal show right now. There we go. There's some music right there. My Winamp was fighting us. There we go. So yes, I am DarkmoonEX, joined here in the booth by LuffyDV. We are giving you the second week of our extra credit reveal show. We're going to be doing something called the Historical Walking Tour. Going to be a fun, weird little flag set. We're going to cover all of these flags momentarily to tell you everything that you need to know. But first, before we get to that, Luffy, how you doing over there?
Pretty good, Dark Moon. I'm excited to run this seed for our ducks to look at. I was a duck this past winter, so welcome, everybody.
And I'm sorry, I still do it. Luffy, that's how you pronounce it, right? Yeah. I'm so bad about that. It's the U. It just throws me off.
It's all good, man. You're the one person I'm letting get away with it.
So the Historical Walking Tour, there are going to be some twists and turns about this flag set that are going to be odd for what you might be used to if you've been playing for the last couple of weeks. Some of the stuff is going to seem pretty similar, and we're only going to quickly cover over the basics of it. Shops are going to have your standard gear shuffled around. Spell shops are going to be the standard spells shuffled around. You're going to have all the standard shuffled treasure, nothing randomized. Early ruby, better trap treasure, free bridge, free canoe. One thing to note, the guaranteed endgame Masamune. That will be at the Masamune chest if you desperately need one and don't find one somewhere else. Luffy, as you were testing through earlier, you discovered that there will be 2 Masamunes in the game, correct?
Yes, at minimum, there will be 2 Masas. I've run 2 practices with these flags, found a Masa both times.
Perfect. Okay, well, that helps us out a great deal. We also, moving down, the incentive locations are going to be largely the places all around the Circle C, plus ordeals once you get the boat. That means Ice Cave, Marsh Cave, and Volcano. Ice Cave and Ordeals of the 2 are random placements, so that you do have to, figure out where you're going, what you're doing in there, know your boxes, know what to do, and for Ice Cave, that means a fair amount of stuff. We're going to get over to a special twist about that in a second, but before we get to that, just know that these are your locations. You got 18 of 18, no loose, nothing to worry about there. Standard goal. Maps have early progression, but not extended. But that's not such a big deal because you have a free canoe, so even without extended, going to be able to go where you want around the Circle C. All the early locations are on. Town Shuffle is on, however, and having played through that before, Luffy, what kind of things should the players be looking for when they have to deal with Town Shuffle?
So you're gonna love that Canaria is your first town. So you're gonna get your level 1 magic. Hopefully you got a decent sweeper in there and something to get you going. Be used to going over Probroka second because looking for your level 2 magic, that's not necessarily going to be there. You got a 1 in 7 shot, and technically a 1 in 5 shot that it's a useful town, period. So I'm probably going to do something different with my routing that you would expect to see with the free bridge tonight, but that'll be kind of dictated by what we see early on.
Excellent. So most of the rest of this is going to be stuff you're used to. However, also want to point out, save game when game over. We have this flag in here for a reason. Again, we're going to cover that momentarily. But the important things that we needed to cover right now, you will notice that your party is going to be one of 2 melee classes, fighter or thief, one of 3 mages at the back. Nuns are available if you so choose, but the also thing to point out is no black belts whatsoever. So it's limited kind of open party. You can choose how you want to make this. You can go up to 3 melee if you want, or 3 mages. That's entirely your call. Also of note, as with the regular Duckling flags this week, we do have max MP charges on. Now, Luffy, you pointed this out to me, and I realized I did a dumb when I made these, and we're just going to commit to it. The red mage has 6 charges, the black mage has 4. So that actually, I think you were saying, puts the weight towards the red mage over the black mage, yes?
Yeah, with Black Mage only having 4 charges, it's It's still fine. You're going to take one anyway because you're going to want whatever they have. But the red mage is going to have a little more value here with having those 6 charges and with access to white and black magic.
Now, the reason why we pointed out that save game with game over is on is there are going to be... there are Blurst weapons. That does exclude the Mazda. Mazda will be vanilla. But the save game with game over is important because there are 0 overworld encounters. You can wander from Corneria all the way around the Circle C, come right back to Corneria. You're never once going to get an enemy attacking you on the overworld. That's not so for the dungeon. Dungeon is the standard rate that you've seen in the previous flags we've had. But there will be no encounters on the overworld. And that extends also to certain things in the dungeons. Ice Cave is going to be a little easier in some respects because there are no spike tiles whatsoever. No monsters anywhere that you're going to have to take a fight with. As the confused fighter here on screen indicates. What this means is that if you're looking for levels, you're going to have to find them from random encounters in the dungeons. So this is going to teach you paying attention to the encounter order when you enter into dungeons, and it'll also teach you how to pick battles and learn what battles are lucrative and what aren't. So, yes, everything is unrunnable, or everything is runnable, but you're not going to want to run a lot from the dungeons necessarily because you're going to want those levels. So, with that, Luffy, do you have anything else to point out before we move on?
No, I got to get us a seed rolled and we're going to get going.
Yep. Roll this one up for yourself, and I will turn these flags up. And then you are good to craft whatever party you want, sir.
All right.
I'm assuming you're not going to pull a Will Bloodworth on me and go, like, Thief White Mage and 2 nuns.
No. We're going to go pretty standard party tonight. We're going to give something that the Ducks that are going to play this they can kind of mimic.
Cool.
All right, so I just rolled a dice, a D16. Obviously, I get 16, so 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, there we go. One more. Boom. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Gamba Magus in chat commenting, no real penalty for dying since you saved. If you die in the dungeon because you took an encounter you couldn't deal with, the game is going to save for you, and it's going to spit you out at the last place that you saved on the overworld, I believe. Luffy, that's correct?
That is correct. Something to keep in mind, though, for you folks when you do this is to remember that because the save on game over is on, be careful with how fast you hit reset or hard reset. I am notorious for doing that to myself. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you're, if you do lose a battle and you want to reset like you're used to doing, just take the L, hit the A button, go back to the main screen, and then go forward from there. It'll save you a world of hurt. Alright, so we have no blursing, so we're going to keep it simple. You and I were talking about this a little bit early on. We're going to go Fighter Rainbow just for the versatility.
Which I agree with in this particular instance, since, the Red Mage accidentally had more charges than the Black Mage. Like, if the charges had been what I intended to do, which I'm not going to change now, because whatever, I probably would lean towards an Oreo myself, black, white, black, but for here, like, Rainbow or even, like, Strawberry Oreo, I could see being very playable.
Yep, I agree.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, the only penalty if you die in a dungeon is the walk. That's pretty much it.
Yep. So no real penalty there to speak of. It just kind of saves you a little bit of time. And we're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to try to go as fast as we can, but we're also going to try to teach you guys and kind of talk through things too and not go too fast to where you don't understand. Yep.
So whenever you are ready, you let me know, and then I will hit the timer as soon as I see movement on my end.
Alright, my party is crafted. I'm going to drop my own gate in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
And remember, Ducks, if you have any questions while we're going, I know I particularly will motor mouth, but feel free to ask, and I will read them off, and we will try and get to every question that you present to us. This is all for you. This is your training right here, so...
Well, I can say I'm happy I took a white mage initially.
We'll see eventually. Wow, your stream is like 20 seconds behind. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
I don't know what's going on there.
No, it's fine. It's streaming. So we got, level 1 Fade, look at that, and Cure 4, wow. Now, the Fade and the Cure 4 are both Red Mage blocked because they're slots 2 and 4, and that Black Mage is, well, confused. Yay. I mean,
Yeah,
you could,
something.
if you didn't have Fade, I'd be like, well, you could kill Garland with it, you know, but Chainmail was a negative, I think. Small Dagger's a plus.
-3.
The small dagger minus or +1 is a 3. Throw it on the Black Mage, get the Iron Hammer on your fighter and your White Mage. They're not expensive. Those are possibilities. And the slab. Wow.
Yep.
And actually, dirt cheap cabins too. Like, I like this opening right here. Personally, Luffy, I like running a 3-man party. I like killing one of my mages off. And I'm already looking at this going, I got, like, Cure 4 and I got Fade. Like, and not a lot coming out from the Black Mage right now. Maybe keep the Black Mage, but either the Black Mage or the Red Mage for me would be some dirt soon.
Yeah, we're going to see what the early magic looks like at, like, levels 2 and 3, but...
Oh, bonus 10s too. Nice.
Yeah, usually your White Mages are the ones that take a nap, depending on the magic roll, but they're going to have some value tonight, I think.
Fade, yeah. Like, part of me sitting there going, Sunnyside Oreo's also now on the table with this particular mix. I think at times your stream is just slightly or you took a hard reset there. Okay.
Yep, I had to reconfigure my...
okay. Was that Blizzard Grips?
Sure is.
Woohoo!
Yep. So they're making this early game quite lovely.
That's a nice chunk of change, though. Whenever you find some spells to buy.
Yeah, we're going to go back for that, and then we're just going to try to get out of here.
So yeah, with the save game on Game Over, plus the starting pack of 10s. Ugh. Oh god, that's rough.
Yep.
Blizzarded again. That's just awful. Yeah, but no, with the save game on Game Over plus the starting pack of 10s, that certainly presents you with the an easy way to just start putting that to your advantage. Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, we got people in chat saying reroll to a fighter, red mage 2 white or something like that. All of those are absolutely viable. I can respect the decision not to reroll because you want to see what other magic we have, and just because the first level's good, the other ones might not be. But and look, the historical walking tours already defied me because you get the ship and the ruby immediately. Yeah. Okay.
Alright. Buying a few supplies.
Yeah.
We're going to head on out of here.
Totes.
So, because of this early ship, I'm going to go over and check Provoca anyway.
Yeah.
I was going to head west and go toward Dwarf Cave and whatnot, but... okay, so we got Luca.
Well, and I can see that decision, especially when you consider the fact that you don't have any dwarf items yet. You have the ship already, and on the off chance that Provoca's lurking at actual Provoca or Elfland, you definitely want your level 2s as soon as you can get it. Yeah, I'm on board with all that.
The early ship definitely makes the movement a little easier. It's going to be faster than walking. You would say you would take less encounters, but we're not doing overworld encounters to begin with, so it's fine.
Well, you got potentially one of the most useless towns right now. I mean, at least you know where it is when you finally have the Melman to translate your slab.
Yeah, it'll be alright.
Yeah, it'll be fine. So, 50-50 on Melman being an elf town. And we got Provoca. Okay, well that's actually really nice.
Yep, we'll take that.
Yeah. Elf Voca is probably one of the best placements you could have gotten for it, even if the magic for the Black Mage is still pretty darn useless.
Yep, it's okay.
So here with Fire, Lightning 2, Rub, and Ice 2, I agree with what Luffy did there. Picking the Lightning and the Ice, those are probably your best options. Exit here at White is great, and both your Red Mage and your White Mage can get it. Since you already have Cure 4, Cure 2 is pretty useless, and A-Mute is always useless. It's just a useless spell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
So we'll see what you just found out in a second when we find out what Big K has. But first we have to watch another 5 pirates die.
Okay.
And the canal. So we're already outside the Circle C. No more wandering at all over on the Circle C if we don't want to. Although Ice Cave and Marsh and Volcano are still all incentivized.
Yep.
Golds -1. You kind of wish you didn't see that, but they are at least fairly cheap for golds.
Yeah, 13k is not too bad.
Ah. I think we saw, what, Pro Rings at Canaria earlier? I think they were -3, but...
Pro Ring's a Pro Ring. We'll do the job no
Exactly.
matter how minus it is.
You don't care as much about it for the armor. You care about it for the fact that it prevents certain death spells.
Correct.
Off towards Melbourne to find out what our third... Oh, or not? Oh, getting the bridge boss out of the way. Are you checking the 2 chests over at Dwarf?
Yes.
Okay. Iron +3, and some more money. I mean, with no encounters, there's very little penalty for checking there.
Mm-hmm.
The cheeky Marsh play. I expect you to go see if you can find elf spells, but I like this.
With the exit at level 2 right there, this is essentially going to be free if I can just get down there.
And with all the tents, cabins, and houses you have, yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and vanilla no less, so you don't really have to worry. Not worried too much about digging out treasures for gear?
Not quite yet. I just want to get this item and see where this is going to take me.
Okay.
Marsh Cave is one of the dungeons I hate more than any other dungeon in the game. The fights in here are not very lucrative, but I will clear out the bottom floor regardless, provided I don't run into something super stupid.
Fair enough. And you get one of the 4 chests right there from the top when you wander past, so...
Yep, that is one of the link chests, so we're going to check that one real quick, just to see what's in there, and a few bucks doesn't hurt.
Getting some Luffy hype from Deadpulse.
Alright.
Key. So yeah, remember that you don't need to check that top left chest. You go down here and do what I like to think of as the Z of these 4 rooms before you go and hit the upper right chest for the last treasure chest that's actually viable here. And we get the poem, which is the loot.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I forgot. No spike chests. Look at that. Spike tile, yep. Just on and on. That's probably the easiest check of that chest you've ever done.
Yeah, by far. Alright.
Wow, Marsh is a lot less scary with it set up like this, you know?
Oh, for sure. Alright.
And wow, you're already level 6. You were just raking in those levels.
Yeah, there's not much to be had in Marsh Cave either for XP. So level 6 right here where I'm at, I'll take that any day.
Yep. That's pretty nice.
Up here.
We're saved, we're out, we're moving on. Really didn't get much of anything from Marsh Cave.
Nope, $2, that's about it.
Yep.
And the required loot, which I will take.
Yeah. And Crescent, so we can at least find out what the sages have. Haven't found any tents yet, yeah, we got the freebies, but we haven't actually found where anyone who's selling them.
No, we found cabins for 44 gold, which is fine. I think I got about 20 of them when I had the money earlier. So we got save items. We're okay.
Copper +2 is okay. Really not much of anything value there either. Kind of hoping for a rolled up silver bracelet if we can get it.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I come across that at some point. The gold's -1 will be fine. It'll do the job.
Yep.
But you really hope that the silver's rolled up in this seed with what we're looking at early on.
So we got level 6 life and level 6 warp. Kind of wish those rolled lower, but at least we know where they are if we need them. Presumably we're class changing, so. And there's the rod if you actually did want to make a dip into Earth Cave, because you're here. I assume you're gonna go do the Titan check first. Get Sarda out of the way.
Yeah, I always see what Grandpa's got in his closet.
Here you go, Sonny. I used to use this when I wandered around in the war. Wow, he really does like cabbage. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Uh-huh.
Okay, well, we're waiting for Mr. Cabbage to get out of the way here. There we go. And the wander down to... Oh, well, you're going to go check the four Titan chests first. Apparently you found something nice. A Wear Sword, Flame +3, money. Flame +3 is not bad.
Yeah, no, it's some good, that's an endgame shield for the fighter
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Oh, yeah, if you don't find anything better, that's going to be fine for you right there.
That'll work just fine.
Heck yeah. The +3 toboggan is always welcome.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Free seed is free.
Yep. Okay. So clearly we're going to go and get our hot dog right away. We're just going to go do that. And then we're just going to make some checks. We're going to kind of go around. We'll check some towns. We're going to try to find Elfland. We're going to go see if we can scrounge up that tail and do like an early promote. We're going to do some checks before we start diving some areas first.
Nice.
I want to get some gear. I want to get some stuff besides this iron hammer.
Yeah, with the whole world open to you at this point, like doing checks of going and finding out where Elfland is, at what town it may be, doing like the Cardia Isles just to pick up some extra gear, things like that. Those are definitely on the table, and those checks basically are free right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Well, that was easy. Okay.
May as well just go park down at the river system. I like doing that park. Like, it's just, even if I don't have the floater and I'm just going to Crescent, if I can park there at the river system, it's just faster than doing the dock.
Yep, I agree. I like to park at the southern river system very much so.
Oh, hey, Green Elfland. So that was nice. Very quick find. Brack, Ice 3, Lock 2. I like those spells.
Mm-hmm.
Ice 3, I think Ice 3 and Brack would be must-buys for both my mages that can use it. Lock 2 maybe only on the Black Mage.
Yep, that is precisely what I did.
There you go. It's a great spell, but you don't need that many charges of it. And Jack all for white. Yeah, no, that's... White got their magic early and have been suffering ever since.
Yeah, and black magic's kind of mediocre at best. No temper, no fast is a little
scary
right now, but I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, because we've seen everything except Melmond right now. So if we're going to get temper and fast, we want... Well, we kind of want temper at 5 and fast at, like, 7. You don't really want them on the same level because they're going to eat up each other's charges and you want a lot, but... Cheap silver bracelets at +2, not bad.
Yep, we were talking about that.
Yep.
Alright, so might as well take a peek at this real quick. Yep, okay, good.
Yeah. And now we're wandering over to check the swords. Silver +2, I agree with that purchase. And the save.
Alright.
There we go. And now we're up and moving.
Poop.
Gaia next has Melmond. Oh, fun. Okay, well, at least we can do our translation. And then we can go back to Provoke a Lufane and do our turn-in for that.
That's the plan right now.
Yep. I like it. Keep banging out those key items. Try and get your experience up from the experience bonus, because if you have to go dip in a dungeon, you want to get the best benefit from it that you can. Yep.
Alright, so looking at process of elimination, we're going to probably...
Life 2?
Yeah.
And let's see what the poop was. Well, there's fast. You really want to temper there so you can get more charges. Darn. Yep. So now we just have to hope the temper is not level 8.
Yep. And we're gonna do one of those checks right now once your stream catches up to me.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's at least something. Hmm.
Yeah, I was watching whether or not you're gonna do the walk down to like potentially what's Gaia right now. And I'm like, until you have Oxyale or the bottle, even finding out what that location is isn't really worth it yet.
Yep. I believe that we're Gaia and
Gaia and on-rack.
On-rack outstanding. So 50-50 shot on-rack is where it should be.
There's our crown. That leads to the Astos check. I mean, 50 minutes in the air and you're already like halfway on your key items, and I have been absolutely forgetting to check anything off, and that is my bad. I am the worst tracker ever. Let me see. So we got ship, we got the canal, we got crown, we got floater, and we're in the air. Got the loot, got the rod. You did slab, and you did the slab translation. Haven't gotten adamant, haven't gotten bottle, haven't gotten tail, or TNT, or herb, or crystal. So, okay, we're caught up. Okay, so while you're going through and getting the herb, okay, so we have the herb. There we go. From the evil king there at Northwest Castle. Spoilers. We had a question from Mushman about playing Fighter Rainbow. If using spell charges isn't a concern, when should I be trying to run from a poor reward encounter instead of using a sweeper? Because the fail to run does feel bad. I don't know how you are, Luffy, and that's our adamant right there from the Elf King. That's not the adamant. Adamant's right there. When I'm in a battle, and it's like I'm one-on-one against a monster, like, or I'm up against a single monster, I'll like have my melee attack while the others run. And when it's a pack of monsters, even if they're like low reward, there's times where I'll just like throw out a sweeper with one while everyone else runs, just on the off chance everyone fails.
Yep, I'll usually do run, fade, run, or run, nuke, run, like, or ice 3, depending on what kind of enemy class we have there. But yeah, I think it's a safe thing to do, and you know, you'll get the Final Fantasy special there of having 6 enemies, 5 of them go down, 1 of them stays up, and then you run.
Yeah,
but, you know, it's
like there's nothing conclusive about this, but like it's that the evidence points, even though there's absolutely like no reason for it to, that when you clear out a certain amount of the pack, the luck just seems like it's better, and you actually manage to run better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's total confirmation bias right there. So far, all we got from that area was a heal stick. I mean, if I'm not trying to go fast and I don't care about like how long it takes for me to run from an encounter, you know, then who cares like how long you have to wait on it if they're not doing any damage to you? But you know, we're runners; we got to go fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Cardia so far is kind of coming up a bust here.
Yeah, a little bit of cash that I found. Not a whole heck of a lot else.
Bane Sword's kind of okay.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And you basically raided all of the dragon's couch money. That's all you've done.
Yep.
Well, you have the Oxyale. I guess you can come over here and see whether or not on-rack is at on-rack. Do waterfall while you're in the area. Oh, right, you can just totally stick to the rivers, because who cares?
Yep.
No encounters.
There is lucrative encounters in this portion of the,
Well, we'll find out in a sec what it is.
You'll see in a second, yeah.
Well, nightmares. Nightmares that pack a wallop, of course. God, Ice 3 does so much damage against them. That's crazy. Okay, so that does start to feel a little bad, being in Waterfall and only being, like, level 9.
Mm-hmm. This is definitely a risk, but I
Oh
want to
God,
see
was
what our item is.
that Death Touch Mudgalls?
Sure is.
Well, at least you get to keep that level 9.
Yep, yep.
Oof. Hey, level 10. No life 2. Rude.
Yeah, we're gonna make do.
Yeah, I mean, save game on game over. So what if you die?
Yeah, there's certainly worse things to say.
More of the Mudgalls. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be fighting them today.
No.
He didn't kill your exit caster. That's nice.
Yep, so far so good.
And out of bounds bat. Hey there, OOB. OBB. Oh, the ambush from the mummies. Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
But they are decent experience, so... If they don't squint you to death. Well, your fighter is doing, like, nothing right now. He is so useless.
Yep.
Yep. But of course, that just speaks to the fact that, you know, we're not used to a fighter not having levels when they're in here. So,
Mm-hmm.
and the cube, we are one step closer to being able to get in the Sky Cave.
So, robot required, which is a good thing. Not
Yep.
what I was looking for, though.
No.
Okay.
The nightmares just do not want to die.
Okay.
Alrighty. You know, thing is, you didn't have to save when you left
Yep.
Waterfall.
Muscle memory.
Yep. No, I feel you. You don't want to break that habit.
Mm-hmm.
So on-rack is on-rack, which means if we really wanted to, we could come here and do Sea Palace.
Yeah, considered, but we're gonna do other things right now.
Well, Temper's level 7. At least it's not level 8.
Yeah, it's okay. It's the last spot I wanted to see it with any kind of somewhat comfort, but it's
Yeah.
all right.
Was it learnable?
It is.
Nice. Okay. So that's helpful.
Yeah.
I mean, you're 23 minutes in and you're most of the way to go mode at this point. So
Mm-hmm.
the big issue is just where you're going to get those levels from.
Right.
Yep. And it looks like Ordeals is the next on the table because, you know, and I like that. You can exit out, which isn't such a big deal. And the encounters in here are decently susceptible to that fade.
Mm-hmm.
Fade was slot 2, so that is going to be permanently barred from your red mage, sadly.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yep. Especially when it's basically the best sweeper we found yet, because Nuke is... What?
Yeah.
Nuke has got to be level 8?
It feels like it's level 8 right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe level 7 Gaia, but either way, it's going to be pretty useless.
So give us some idea, like, what encounters you're liking here and what ones you're skipping and why.
So, The man cats I like, but they're a little scary and they're not always going to go down to a fade. So mummies are good. Sorcerers, if we find them, aren't like the worst thing in the world. So we'll take that as well. But mostly mummies. Some dragons will be nice if we find those as well. Zombie D, zombles, something to that effect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool, and we're on to the top floor. Big heal pot.
Okay.
Silver +2, Iron Helm, money, the chime. So that gets us into Sky Cave.
Mm-hmm.
So we are now... We're essentially just a key from Go mode, although realistically you also want that tail.
Yeah, I do. I really like a better weapon at some point too. This is getting a little out of hand.
So what are you thinking you're going to do?
So what we're going to do right now, we're going to probably do Ice and Volcano because that feels safe with Ice 3 and Fade. But we're going to make a quick pit stop real quick and see if we can grab a few cheeky levels. And then we're going to go down and do Ice and Volcano.
You going to do a cheeky Sky Floor play?
I mean, you know.
Nice. The little scene Mirage 1 grind.
Mm-hmm. We'll take a few levels as we walk through here. We'll open some boxes. Hopefully we find something useful.
Well, and with Ice 3 under your belt, we know that the Nightmares will die to that. And the Badmen aren't exactly guarded against it. So, and that's a pack that's actually worth a decent amount of money. Or experience, I should say. Excuse me.
Okay.
Vampires! Vampires are the kind of pack that can be good or bad, depending. It's like there's no middle ground with them.
Nah, they can hit very, very hard. Not as hard as their red cousins, the Whiz Vamps, but still not great. But looks like they're going down to a single fade, which feels good. Oh, okay.
So Zeus Gauntlet's kind of nice. You get a little bit of casting. Like, it's still not a weapon, but it is, like, castable magic for your fighter. So, no complaint there.
Oops.
And now we've got... Waiting for us to catch up to you.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, no, I agree with Money Mercs in chat. I am definitely going to be killing all the vampires I can, so long as they're not like that, for example.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a little rude. That was just a little rude right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not ideal either. As
that was the exit. Was that also Death Touch from them as well?
I tried to do the math real quick. I'm not sure how much HP that red mage had, but I think it was more than I got hit for.
Yeah, it was 112 you got hit for. I was pretty certain the red mage had more than that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I thought the red mage had like 116-ish.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about you, but I might just put that save game on Game Over to the test at this point.
Yep, if that's what happens, we're gonna trust in that. Which is why we're still going and not resetting out after losing our exit caster.
Yeah, totally. So, Ice Sword -2 is still the best sword that you've managed to find.
Yeah, we're gonna take that and we're gonna walk away.
Hashtag feels bad, man.
Yep, but it's okay.
You're gonna walk away eventually.
Yeah. Thank you so much for turning on Leffinish hospitality. I appreciate that.
We will see you go there in just a moment. Oh, guards! Look, yay!
Yep.
Oh, stun touch guards. But hey, the red mage or the black mage does his job. He's the guy that legs it. Leg day for the black mage.
About 30 minutes in here, it feels pretty bad we don't have our tail yet. Like, we
Yeah.
really, really want that tail.
Yeah. Yeah.
We want to promote as soon as we can.
Start getting your spell charges, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to get a whole lot of charges on the night. We're going to get one single charge, but that'll be fine because we'll get our life too, and I'll be happy with that.
I mean, in a bad chaos fight, though, one cast of Cure 4 can be the difference between life and death.
Yep. Agreed.
Yep.
So having that Cure 4 on the night will be a nice little failsafe.
Uh-huh. Pack of wizards. Yeah, your spell loadout is kind of not great for Ice Cave.
No, we don't really have the best sweepers for ice here. Fade will do most of the work, but with the limited charges, we're going to try to be selective of what we take down. I didn't see any decent harm spells to buy either, just to throw at some of the undead if I come across them, but it's fine.
Now, I don't know how accurate this is. I think, like, checking it and finding out at some point might be what's necessary. But supposedly, every dragon in the game is weak to ice. And that includes the Frosty, from what I've been told.
You know, we might have to put that to the test if we come across him again.
Heck yeah.
Okay. Alright, well, that's something.
That was what my co-op partner, Sonny Wrath, told me when we were practicing last year for the previous co-op tournament, was all dragons are weak to ice. So...
Sonny knows his stuff, so
Yep.
I listen to him.
That's why I'm not just brushing it off. I'm sitting there going, it doesn't, like, you wouldn't think it makes sense for the Frosties, but he swore to me that that's the case. So, yeah, next time we get one, we should test it out in front of the ducks. Showcase it.
Let's see
Oh,
what we can
sun
do.
-1. That's not bad at all. Yeah, I like what you did there. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I'm gonna say Sonny knows his stuff, but I'm gonna say I'm curious.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that.
We're gonna find out when we see it. Deadpool saying the opposite. Deadpool saying that the Frosties are weak to fire. Here's our Frosty. We are gonna find out directly right now on stream. Put this knowledge to the test. Ice 3 comes out. Does 66. Yeah, they're not taking any damage from it.
Yeah.
Okay. We have done a science, everyone.
Because science.
Yep. Yep, we did a science, and the science proves that we were wrong. Dragon Swords +3 is not bad if we didn't actually have, like, the sun. The sun is already better now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's as good of an endgame weapon as I've found so far, and it still feels pretty bad.
Yeah. Crystal is our loose in dungeon. Cannabis Magus, achievement unlocked, do a science. That's right. That's what we did.
That sounds about right.
A science has been done. Yeah, where's all the good treasure, man? If they're just shuffled, they're not randomized. They have to be somewhere.
Oh, you know. Okay, sure.
So do you go check the crystal now, or do you do Volcano first?
You know, we're gonna go check the crystal, but we're gonna buy some heal pots first, and we're gonna contemplate our life choices right now.
Are we banking on finding the key, basically? Not the key,
nice.
the tail?
That would be nice. We're
Yeah.
gonna definitely turn in this crystal. We're gonna hope that gives us some access to the tail.
Money Mercs wants you to check mermaids. Even for gear, mermaids might not be a bad thing if we're still hard up for it.
We might do it depending on where we're at. Yeah.
I feel like that. What was that? A katana +1? That's just a slap in the face there.
Yeah, you and I were talking about that in the chat before. About do we bring a wizard? Do we bring a
thief
or not? I kind of wish I did now.
yeah. We were having the exact conversation of being cheeky and doing a thief rainbow versus a fighter rainbow. And in theory, the discussion we had states that because there's a guaranteed Maza, and any amount of gear digging you could do for a fighter, you have to do for a thief as well. It didn't make sense to take a thief over a fighter. That katana, though, changes things. There's the key. At least we can check more gear.
Okay, that's a good find.
The cap +3? Oh yeah, big money right there. Okay. What does Canaria Castle have for us? Big money, no whammies, and stuff. Power bonk. Ooh, that's nice. Sword.
Yep, we'll take that.
Yep. That's definitely big money, no whammies right there. Power bonk. Flame swords +1's okay. And I'm sorry, I'm used.
Sun -1 is still just slightly better, so we're gonna keep that one on for now.
It's better for your fighter. I think the flame sword is actually better with the +1 than the ice -1 might be for your red mage.
Yep, I'll agree with that. All right.
Life Reboot, there is absolutely no incentivized gear right now, so that power bonk being at Canaria Castle was just pure luck.
Yep.
Honestly, right now the best armor you found is that steel +2.
Yep. So if we can ever hopefully get a chance to promote, we'll probably buy that.
Yep. And out of Volcano, I assume to check the armory and hope there's something there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have designs on, like, Dwarf Cave armory or any of that?
We might do that as we swing around, because we'll probably do Volcano here. We'll probably swing over to Elfland, check out the Elfland Armory, check out Dwarven Armory, and then go down and kill ourselves a Lich, because we're in Go mode right now. We don't have the gear to finish the game. So we're going to make we're just going to keep looping and hopefully come across something.
Plus, of course, you have to basically check every location here while you're at it in Volcano, because you need that tail.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We have no ribbons yet either still, which feels a little bad, but, we'll hopefully come across them at some point.
This is honestly one of the most ridiculously gear-poor scenes I have seen in a while.
Yeah, it feels pretty bad right now.
Yeah.
My practices went a lot better than this.
4 -3. Vanilla Pro Cape?
Yeah.
Wow. I think it's a bad day when you're actually excited about a Vanilla Pro Cape.
Yep.
Did you check that top chest?
I did.
Okay.
Another Pro Cape.
Okay. Oh, hey. There while we're at it.
Yeah, 2 pieces of cloth in here that I was not looking for, but we'll take it.
It's something to protect your mages.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna go do the hairpins yet?
I might check them on the way out. We're just gonna go to the more dense location first. I mean, I
that
checked
is
those
fair.
2. I still got 3 chests over there. We might take a look.
Just trying to make sure I get your reasoning for the ducks so they understand what we're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Those chests are out of the way. They're not fast checks by any means, so we're gonna hope that we find something on the Agama floor that's a little more lucrative with the amount of chests down here, but if need be, you know, we'll go back and check them.
Sad thing is, whatever the key item here is volcano, it's going to be a quest chain.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be like bottle to TNT or TNT to bottle, also we can get that tail.
Yep. Which feels about right at this point.
We get it, game. You want us to have money. We have enough money now.
Money now is no longer the problem.
No.
And I'm still walking paths that are around spike tiles on this floor just out of habit. So
Yeah.
if you see me like going in certain directions on the stream, folks, that's kind of why I'm doing it. Hence why I'm saving after leaving places. It's all muscle memory.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's like weirdo flag sets like this are fun, and you can route them differently, but you don't want to ruin your muscle memory.
Mm-hmm.
Game, where's the gear?
Yeah. Flame +2, thanks.
Oh yeah, Mushman in chat commenting the Pro Cape. People think the Pro Cape works like the Pro Rig, but no, it's literally just a fancy shield for mages. It doesn't have any special magical properties to it.
I hate you right now.
I'm gonna find out in a second what it is that you hate. Doop, 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 doop. Money. God, great axe. There's that bottle. Whee!
Yeah. Yep, you called that one.
Yeah, I just looked at the tracker. I'm like, well, there's only so much left here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fact of the matter is, unless you didn't care about class change, everything basically was going to have to lead to something, so a quest chain was on the table eventually.
Yep, you're not
Yep.
wrong.
Yep. Heal up, and we're going to try... Well, you're actually at a decent level, all things considered, for this.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was just saying. The levels aren't bad. The gear stinks, but the levels aren't bad.
Not even any temper charges yet, which is an oof. You could confuse.
Mm.
She is susceptible. Moneyworks, what is incentivized in this seed? All the key items, and that's it. There is no incentivized gear whatsoever in this seed.
Mm-hmm.
And he started with a free bridge and a free canoe.
Oy vey.
I mean, Carrie's not doing much, which is nice.
Yeah, confuse level 1 for the win right here.
There you go. That is something. Know the fact that Carrie is susceptible to confuse, so that like she can be really nasty even in her first incarnation if you're not at a good enough level. But this takes Carrie right off the table. Game, where is our treasure?
Yeah, I'm really starting to wonder that too. This is not as kind as any of the practices I ran.
No.
But it shouldn't be. I mean, you shouldn't be able to just walk through things at any given point. There's got to be some adversity.
Life Reboot, you are correct. Earth does not have an incentive in these flags. We are down to bottle should become TNT, TNT should become tail, and then we will be done. Oh wait, did you not turn in the adamant yet?
The item was turned in. I forget what that changed into. We'll double
You're
check
right.
that just to make sure.
You don't have TNT yet. Oh, you're doing treasury. Okay.
Yeah.
So, is there a reason why you're doing the treasury check before? Oh, ice shield +3. That's nice. You're doing the treasury check before you go turn the bottle in for the TNT, so you can do the TNT turn in while you're here.
I wanted to just do my loop around right
You didn't.
there and just do all the key locks. Plus, I kind of forgot.
You didn't. There's a Vorpal that you can't use yet, but you didn't get the ice shield yet, dude.
I didn't, but I got a flame +3, so I have to go back here anyway. probably, to turn in this TNT. So
Well, and the thing to point out for the ducks is, for the orbs. The thing to point out for the ducks is that if you have the flame armor plus the ice shield, or the ice armor plus the flame shield, you're protected by 2 elements. Right now,
Yep.
Luffy only has flame and flame, so he's only protected against 1.
found Nuke.
Oh, we're about to see. I'm guessing it's level 7 Gaia,
Mm-hmm.
which makes level 8 not much of anything.
Which is a bit of a relief.
That's true, but it also sucks that Temper's on level... Fast is level
7,
5,
already.
so Temper, yeah. So yeah, it does suck that Nuke and Temper share the same level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fast is promotion locked, so that's why we're also tracking down this tail so hard, because it's in the vanilla warp spot.
Plus, right now, the best
Right.
sword you have is a Vorpal, which means you need promotion anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how turning in your resume to Bahamut lets you actually wield a sword that you already have in your inventory. Like what? Did you have to get licensed to use it? Do you need like Microsoft certification to be able to use the Vorpal?
Maybe we can ask Clippy to help us out. There we go. Okay, sure.
Moneyworks. Player after my own heart. If it's not on the first page of spells, it doesn't exist.
Yep.
Yep. That's generally how I play. I will make an exception for Fast and Temper. Occasionally, so Fast Temper, Nuke, Fade, Life 2, Cure 4. I make exceptions for those spells, but I won't make exceptions for basically anything else. Any other sweeper, other instant death spells, things of that nature. I'm like, if you exist past the first 4 levels, you're dead to me. I don't care about you anymore.
Yep. Agreed.
Okay, now you're gonna go get the ice. Okay, perfect.
Okay, finally.
Yeah, it's like, I hated navigating down to the second page of spells back when you couldn't navigate upwards, but that fix in the game does make the special lucrative spells a little more viable in my mind.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yeah. Although it does also mean that the spell level I hate the most is level 5 now.
Yeah, because it's off of that first page.
Yeah, it's the same number of extra menuing in either direction. It's just obnoxious.
Yep. Okay, so now we're gonna head on over and we're gonna go kill ourselves some squid.
You gonna hit mermaids while you're here, see if you can get better gear, or are you happy with your loadout at this point?
I think we're going to. We need some better gear than what we have right here. It's not ideal.
Couple ribbons, a better sword if you can find one.
Yeah, I mean the Vorpal's gonna do the job.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh.
But, I mean, you know.
Opal -3. Like, can anything roll well, game? Come on.
Game says no.
No. Heat sharks. Guys, I think you have the wrong guys. No, okay, whatever. Do you actually have the Vorpal on?
I did not equip it. I'm keeping the sun equipped for now until maybe we come across a boss or something. The Vorpal will be a better sword for the crit in the late game. Right now, it's just kind of a paperweight against regular enemies, essentially.
So you're at the high teens now, and all just from a walking grind. So again, this illustrates the value of the walking grind. The benefit to actually like going and taking encounters as you go. You can get a lot of levels without actually having to sit and do like an overworld grind or actually check spike tiles. Spike tiles can sometimes be faster, but bear in mind he's high teens and it's only 50 minutes in. You're like Luffy, you're not really hurting for like levels at this point.
Levels are pretty good. That's the one thing right now in the sea that has been kind is the levels. The gear has been mediocre at best, and the magic has been pretty crappy. But we're surviving. We'll be fine.
Yep. Couple ribbons. All you want's a couple ribbons at this point, really.
Even just one ribbon, because we know we're going to be able to get the massa in the vanilla chest if it really comes down to it, which we'll probably pick up just because I'm sure a lot of people haven't seen the massa chest if they played this unless they played vanilla.
Well, you know there's something good there, so why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? And if you do happen to find another Mazda here on like mermaids or other Kraken side, then at the very least you have two.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, no commentary blessing. I'm sorry. I tried to get you that, Malza.
I was hoping so. But, you can only do so much right now.
This seed is cursed all on its own.
Yeah, it's doing the job. It's fine. We will show TFC to the ducks that don't normally see it. This chest room is usually locked.
Although you wouldn't know it in vanilla.
Yeah, you wouldn't know it. But it is normally locked by the Mystic Key. So we'll check that out real quick just because and hope it's something good. And, we'll see. We're mostly doing this looking for gear, and we're taking a few levels. We're going to exit out, we're going to house up, and then we're going to go down to Kraken. We have no more fade charges. We're not going to make it very far from here, given what we have. So we're going to need to get some spell charges back in a minute.
Here we go with TFC. This is the room that if you play vanilla, you'd never know was actually locked because you already have a key in your inventory by the time you get here. But yes, that Crescent Moon room that we call TFC, we call it that friendly chest, but you can substitute a different word in there for friendly. It's become a bane at times for some of our seeds where suddenly the locked item ends up in there and you have to go dig out the key just to come back to do it. And that sucks. That sucks a lot. That room has earned its name. Yeah, it has happened. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, that is a room that is locked that you would not know is locked if you've only played vanilla.
Okay.
And we've got only one more room to check. And the ice -2, which, no.
No.
Nope.
Hard pass.
On to Kraken side.
So we have ourselves some Brack, so we're not too worried about Kraken here. We feel like we got a pretty good chance to take him down with those spells.
Yeah, and also I want to point out that was the rare I'm in go mode, I need to check mermaids check. Like, that feels bad right there, too.
Trying to really find gear, it just...
Yeah.
It can be a bit of a pain.
The rare full clear of sea after you've actually gotten into go mode. That's rough.
Yep. It's going to feel even worse if we have to check anything on Earth, but hopefully we find something on our way through Sky.
Oh yeah, as Hate13 points out in chat, if the incentive location in C is behind gating, that is the TFC room. So it is good to know that Crescent Moon room is, and what can be there. Because yeah, that's the only gated chest in C Shrine.
Okay.
Mage Stick. Which would have been useful like 50 minutes ago, but now it's kind of pointless.
Yep.
And now the check of the entirety of this floor. Oh! Hey, that's not bad. Xcal plus 2.
We finally got something there.
We do. Like, Xcal is not the greatest sword ever. It has a much lower crit rate than, like, Maza or Vorpal. Its great benefit is the fact that it hits every element of the game, and the weaknesses for enemies, every element in the game. So if you take it against a monster that has an elemental weakness, which just about every enemy in the game has an elemental weakness, it does a lot of damage. The problem is, Chaos does not have an elemental weakness. So you are SOL if you try and go up against Chaos generally with the Xcal, because then you're going off its natural damage and its low crit rate, and it kind of feels bad.
Yep. So that's a case where we'll probably keep this Xcal on up into Kraken 2, maybe switch it out come Kraken 2, but definitely for Tia 2 and on. But at that point, we're going to probably go pick up that vanilla Massa chest anyway, so it'll be fine. And if we decide to not go there, we do have the Vorpal to fall back on.
Yeah. Like, at this point, except for the lack of ribbons, I feel like your loadout's actually pretty good. That lack of ribbons, though, that's a deal breaker right now, I feel.
Yeah, we're one Bane or one crack away from just a really bad time.
Yeah. And no wall yet either. I think wall's level 8,
Nope.
isn't it?
Yep, wall is level 8. We're not gonna buy that or have charges for it, so we're gonna we're gonna keep digging for some ribbons. We still have Sky to do. It's okay.
And yeah, you've basically been taking every fight that comes your way.
Yep, pretty much. The walking grind right here. We're in the low 20s. We still have one of the best dungeons for XP to go through.
Yep.
In Sky, so we're in fairly decent shape here.
Yeah, Sky's gonna be good for it, but I mean, you've picked up 3-4 levels just through this clear of C while you were at it, so C's not bad for levels either.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when these lobsters roll down, they got like under 105 HP. So we'll take that. Rude.
We'll see the rudeness in a second. Here we go, and it's apparently a rude Kraken. Okay, so we're Bracken. Ineffective. We're Bracken. Ineffective. Hit for 273, and we put up some defense. And Kraken immediately stuns your guy. Oh, great.
Yep.
You have Cure 4, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
So.
You could cure him, but then you'll also have to fast him because he's now been slowed as well.
Yeah, which is why he's just kind of sitting there.
Yeah, you're just going to Brack until the Bracks land. So, Kraken theoretically has I think, slightly better than 25% chance. It might be 26%. 1 in 4 of falling to a Brack, and you're at like 6 or 7 that you've cast so far, so may the odds be ever in your favor. Oh, hey, there we go. God, what was it? I think it was the initial play-in race for the spring tournament. I managed to have to cast 13 Bracks before Kraken finally went down.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Yeah, that was he was a jerk jerk squid that day. That does happen sometimes. It is still math. Every shot's independent of every other shot. You are not guaranteed for Breck to ever land, and that's a moment right there that proves it.
Mm-hmm.
Picking up warp. Grab that life while you're here, because, hey, you got the money, why not?
Yeah, just a little bit of shopping before we head on over to Sky.
Just gotta get that Melmond fast, I think, right?
Yep.
Oh, and you already did your. What am I doing? I didn't check this off. You got your class changed. We're all done with Turnins now.
Yep.
And that was a water orb, and you've already gotten the fire orb, so we're 2 down right now.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm a terrible tracker. I'm sorry, guys. I get caught up in the game and just kind of forget that anything else is happening.
2 fairly quick dungeons here to go to. I mean, they're the slower of the 2 dungeons.
Yeah.
Remaining that you want to see, but I mean, Sky can be kind of quick. But we're gonna open a few boxes on the way up. If we could just find 1 ribbon, we'd be fine. We don't need a ribbon to finish the game, but it would be very nice.
It would. And I mean, so you've already done the 10 chests here in the greater than less than room, so you just have the Sky rooms to check. And I kind of feel like if it's me, I check 1, I check 3, I skip 2 unless I'm really, really desperate.
Yep, that's going to be the pathing we're going to take here. We're going to do the room on the right of Sky 1, room on the left of Sky 1. There's about 9 chests here, fairly dense. Okay.
Level 23. More Cerebi. They're lucrative, and they're generally not that strong of enemies, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's every time I say this is a must-fight that pack, I will always fight this pack. They then come out with, like, Nuke or something, so...
Yeah. Well, we got our fighter starter kit, at least.
Hey! The minus Aegis, which, I mean, it's not as good of a shield as the ice, but it does provide some of that death protection you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, good use of warp right there. That makes getting in and out of those rooms a lot faster. Oh, and the dragon -1. Again, well, that's actually better armor, so if you took that plus the Aegis, you're not really losing that many points, especially since I think the protection off the dragon and the Aegis is slightly better than the flame and the ice anyway.
Yep.
Kind of all balances.
Essentially, it's a pseudo ribbon at the same time, too. It doesn't give you the total protection that you'd want to see, but the fighter is in decent shape now. Well, excuse me, the knight now, because we have class changed.
Yeah, the dragon armor provides fire, ice, and lightning protection. The Aegis, I believe, is poison, and the pro ring is death. So you're missing, like, time and something else. Earth. Time and earth. But everything else is protected there. So it's a bet, like, a zap or a crack is going to potentially cause you problems, but everything else is nice.
Yeah.
Ambush Catmen! Whee!
Yeah. Our levels are getting pretty good, too. We're right where I want to be.
Yeah, level 24 is not bad.
Yep, we're fine.
Yeah, you can really, at this point, start picking and choosing your battles.
Yep. Trying to look for things that are around 2,000 or more XP per fight is kind of where I'm at.
And this is what we get back to when we were saying about that lesson about learning what packs are good to take and learning what to do in a walking grind for you to get levels as you're progressing through the game. That is what this flag set is all about. Still no ribbon. Thanks, game. There are 3 of them in the game. Where are they? Oh, the defense. That's not bad. I'll certainly take that. Yeah.
Yeah, I will take that. So I feel like we've cleared probably a good 60-70% of this game so far.
Did you actually get the defense?
I did, yes.
You're sure? Because I didn't think you did, but okay.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, cool.
That's a sword like I will not leave behind just for the ability that it has to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like LRB confirming it looked like you did too. I thought I saw a can't hold, so
Yep.
I was worried about that.
It was. I dropped something after the fact.
Okay.
I did a little flashy flash for you guys to see in a second here.
Sorry, I had to look away. Did we find a ribbon yet?
Nope.
Yay!
Yeah,
Well,
no ribbons.
Game is punishing today. And you know the thing is, there aren't that many places left for the ribbon to even be hiding. Like Sky 2, basically. That's about it.
Yeah. And we're not going to check that. Because we're just not.
We're not. So are we going in without ribbons at this point?
We're going to check probably a few chests in Earth just on our way down.
Okay.
Maybe. Earth 3 has some decent chance to be, or not Earth 3, Earth 4 right after the rod plate. There's a decent chance that top 5 boxes right there have something nice for us, so we might take a look there.
Cool.
But, I mean, we're an hour, 7 minutes in here. We want to start moving.
Yeah. Yeah, you've clocked in times of like, what, hour 15, hour 20 on these?
Yeah, with the late floater here, or the late tail, it's really kind of put a damper on any kind of speed that I wanted to see here.
Late tail, no ribbons. Yeah, you've having to dig more, but yeah, at the 107 mark, you like I think if you were in a race of this, you'd be sitting there going, I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta go. Yeah.
And we're checking a few more chests than we normally would, most likely, because we want to show everybody some of these locations, some of this dungeon routing. But it does feel a little bad to probably have opened well over 110 boxes right now and have 0 ribbons to show for it.
As you said, you got the Poor Knights ribbon, which is nice, but you kind of wanted more.
Yep, we definitely would like more.
Because, yeah, all it's going to take is Chaos with Zap or Crack, and you're just sitting there going, well, that's a wipe.
Yep.
Yep. Only saving grace is no Phantom Title to have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
This is a pretty chunky Tiamat that we finally just saw wipe.
Yeah, I think he's got probably about 14 to 1500 HP, which is kind of a little high.
Okay, and that puts us 3 on the board. Just got to get 1 more.
Oh, come on.
Going north.
Oh, would you look at that?
We're about to find out.
Mm-hmm. You are. Yeah, you love to see it.
So we found both katanas +1.
Yep.
No thief in the party. Oh, that's a feels bad right there.
Yeah.
Quick, re-roll for a double thief party.
Yeah, double thief white black. Or
Yep.
Double thief white red at this
Oh,
point.
hey.
Actually.
I mean, we didn't necessarily need it at this point, but there's that Masamune.
Yep, we will take it.
Yep.
That's been sitting there this whole time, which feels a little bad. That floater, or at Sarda took me away from Earth Cave. I would have dove here otherwise, and we would have had a better sword the whole time. But
Yep.
I mean, we have it. It's fine.
Yep. Yeah, that's another one of those ones where in a race setting you fear the player that actually went and got the Mazda first.
Yep.
Yep. So yeah, no, Mushman in chat asking Fiend 1 and Fiend 2 roll stats independently, right? Every monster in the game rolls stats independently, based on what their vanilla stats were in the game. And it's not just like an across the board like, oh, Kraken gets a 105% roll up this time. No, it's every single one of their stats individually will roll as well. So you can get a Kraken with a lot more power, but absolutely no health. There's all kinds of combinations. So, and Kraken 1 will be absolutely different from Kraken 2.
Yep.
God, it's nice not having that elemental tile right there.
Sure is. I'm fully anticipating having the ribbons be in the validation chest at this point.
Oh my god, yeah. Validation or like Volcano Hairpin and Sky 2, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I would not be surprised if you decide to go in here in a Hackster later and be like, where were they?
Yep. I mean, we should be okay. We got Massa now. We got Temper. We got Fast. We got Bonk. We have defense. We should be able to make it through the end game.
Well, and
fast enough at this point.
You're probably going to be like level 27 by the time you get to Chaos. So even your MDef is going to be decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about where I have been. I'm finishing these seeds between 27 to 28. Just, doing the overworld grind, or doing the walking grinds and dungeons.
Yep.
Coming to Earth last is kind of sort of by design. The fights in here are not as lucrative as they are in other dungeons. So you don't want to spend any time here. And we're spending a little more time than normal because we really would like to track down a ribbon. And if this was a race setting, we would have bypassed all this stuff by now and just probably been on Lich.
Yeah, I think with that flame and ice armor you had and the X-Cal, and knowing the Mazda was going to be like on that sky floor, I think I probably would have been just like F it, go at that point, you know? Yeah.
But this is fun. We're having fun. We're showing some stuff. It's all good.
Yep, Moneymerk saying so much for not digging Earth. Well, the game had other ideas.
Yep. We're going to check the top 5 boxes here. These are kind of the Caleb boxes. Caleb swears by this room. One of the other runners and admins or arbiters of the community, Caleb, Rafe hates Caleb, loves this room. He always finds something. So we're going to see how right he is.
Yeah, Caleb likes checking chests. I am the exact opposite. The second I have my go mode, I stop checking anything I don't have to. But Earth 4 is a decent one. Especially once you know how to navigate around the spike tiles that are there. Those top 5, I've seen plenty of good gear come out of that one. I just hate checking it if I don't have to.
Yep.
Uh-oh. There's those Grimps again. The Blizzard Grimps. Flashbacks of Topher. You get to Chaos and it's just a 9-pack of Blizzard Grimps.
The alt final boss.
I wait for the scary Imps alt final boss.
Yeah, Earth 4 is not bad with Warp Money Mercs. I mean, we use that to get ourselves out of there.
Yep.
It's fine.
It is faster.
Only 3 tempers. It should be all right.
Well, I mean, Lich is just going to fall over.
Yeah, thinking about what we have for the end game here, we got a pretty decent loadout. Our magic is not bad. I would like 4 or 5 charges of temper, but we're not going to get 5 anyway with only 4 charges on the red or the black mage. So we're probably as good as we're going to get. We'll do this just for the memes too.
Oh, wow. Yeah, almost a grand of damage on a Lich that I don't even think he can scale that high. in this flag set. And we're off. We have all 4 orbs lit. We've done, what, 21 of 21 or whatever. We're ready to go. 4 on the floor. And we're going to now see... Oh, what's over at the Dover chest? Go away, zombies. No one likes you. Yes, we're gonna get 2 floors down, guys, and we're gonna have ourselves a poetry slam. Luffy, are you going to check the 2 validation chests?
Yes.
Okay.
So it looks like my OBS
Oh.
got a little funky, guys. Sorry.
Well, there's the important thing. We found a ribbon.
Yep, we have 1. That'll be enough.
We have minimum floor required for gear. Oh yeah, your stream got weird for a second there. Oh yeah,
Yep.
that sudden lag, and we're all spontaneously at Badman. So, yep.
Coming back. Oh my god, Badman, please.
So bad.
Alright, so we had a ribbon in tow for all along, which is fine. At least we have 1 now.
Again, feels a little bad because you checked that earlier when you were doing your key checks. You might not have dug all of sea and earth for that matter.
Yep, this is true. Without spike tiles, though, I don't really see the need to really ever check those chests unless it's absolute desperation mode, which is kind of where we were at right now. So...
Nice hero run, though.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Hero run being the term we use for a nice big break in the encounter table.
We didn't get into much of manipulating the encounter tables, hard reset, soft reset, any of that kind of stuff tonight, so we can always learn that sometime in the future.
That was like 2.5 floors of hero run, like right there. Why couldn't you have that for the sea floor?
Yeah, right? Hopefully it cycles back, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah. So we're up here at Lich. We're going to swing. 500 damage terminated. Don't even have to cast spells. Done. Woo! Mazza doing work. And despite that super nice hero run, you haven't really gotten a lot of back-to-back encounters, so that's nice. Carry hits like a wet noodle. Fade for 154. Hit for 254 and get a fast off. Swing, wait. And a lock 2. Lock 2 comes out. Carry is easier to hit. Carry swings back to the Black Mage telling him, no, you don't do that. Almost 900 damage right there. Does not kill her just yet. Fade for 129 also doesn't. This is a very punch-heavy carry, but the 10 hits for 492, that will take care of it, and then your stream pause for a second again. There it goes. Take the time to heal back up. And we're on to the seafloor.
Encounters, please.
Yep. So yes, if you're not aware, waters are weak to ice. Pretty much every other sea encounter is weak to lightning, but waters, for whatever reason, are weak to ice. So if you get into a battle with them, make sure you have ice on you if you're going to fight them. Yep, and here it is, that seafloor, and like every couple steps, another encounter.
Ooh.
Well, considering the delay between you saying something and us saying it, I'm guessing this Kraken was not nice.
It was a little spoopy with what it led with, but I think we're okay.
Okay, we'll find out in just a second. Rub comes off, does not kill anyone. Fast. White shirt to buff up. And a power bonk. Good round of buffing, and we're moving on. Wait. White shirt and a swing. Swing. 7 hits, 655. Another white shirt to continue buffing up. Kraken hits. Doesn't even manage to kill the black mage. Another swing, 655. I think it was the same swing. And that takes care of that Kraken, who really was just kind of a poser.
Mm-hmm.
So are you going to do the Mazda chest, or are we just moving on?
We're just going to move on.
Okay. So
we've been here quite long enough.
For the ducks, if you want to get to the Mazda chest, you go down here instead of going over to Tiamat, and then you follow a path off to the right that will eventually stair-step you up towards the Mazda chest. That's where it's at if you need that guaranteed Mazda. Oh, wow. That was like Poison Touch, and then just hit so hard the Red Mage died.
Yep.
Wait, white shirt, nuclear. Well, this Tiamat's packing some heat.
Yep.
Scary Tia, but down. That's all that mattered. And thankfully you have life too, so... Life 2 and plenty of Cure 4, so not the end of the world right there. Black Mage takes the lead. Black Mage is doing it! Black Mage is doing it! And we're into Chaos. The 1 hour, 21 minute, 51 second mark. We are going to see whether or not Luffy can pull this off on his first attempt.
We're going to move the ribbon real fast as well, just because we don't want to play any games here. We want to be sure that we protect this knight as much as possible, because they are our win condition.
Well, with the defense sword and the power bonk and everything that he has, like, everyone else could die and he could still buff himself up to win. So, get the white shirt, you get the power bonk, takes a swing against the red mage, not a big deal. Basically going to continue our rounds of buffing here. And Chaos is already starting to miss against the red mage, which is really nice to see after only just a single white shirt. Another round of buffing, good to go, and now we are swinging and waiting. That's where we're down to. Just going to see what happens. 6 hits for 622. Wait, swing, and a lock 2. Five hits for 596. Lock 2 comes out. Wait, swing. Wait. Chaos only bringing out lightning 2s. Is able to kill the red mage, but that's only because we don't care about him. 8 hits for 179, and that is gonna do it right there. GG's.
Thank you. GG's.
So, I know you said you enjoyed these, Luffy. What do you like about these flags?
So, I like how... I'm a sucker for opening boxes, so I enjoy when there's not incentive gear, because it makes you really open a few more boxes. It really makes you think about your routing and making decisions. So that's pretty cool. 168 boxes open out of 241. That's kind of a lot. But, you know, I mean, we were digging, we were doing some checks we wouldn't normally do, but the flags are fun, and they're faster than I kind of showed tonight. You can finish this in the 115, 110 range, you know, fairly consistently, I think. Some of our good stuff was buried. We were really trying to dig out that ribbon. It didn't look like it was completely necessary based on the Temple of Fiends. There wasn't really anything too scary. But this is a good seed to really teach you routing, teach you where to walk in dungeons. You're not going to see spike tiles to worry about. You're not going to see any kind of trouble with the save on game over if you make a really deep dive and run into something nasty. So it's a good little learning seed here to kind of really educate yourselves on what you're going to do and how you're going to walk around.
So, Life Reboot asking, in hindsight, do you think, Luffy, that you should have taken, like, a 3-member party instead of a 4?
I mean, every kind of member really had their role. Honestly, the red mage probably would have been the most expendable. I really value black mages and their ability to buff with magic. The red mage had fast, but that was it. There was no temper for the red mage. The 3 tempers I got on the black mage was good enough for me to get through the end game. But a fighter white black here is completely viable based off of how the magic rolled. I agree with that.
Yep. Alrighty, so unless we have any other questions, and we'll leave it open in chat for just a couple. Luffy, thank you for joining us today, being the vet for this second week of extra credit.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. This was a lot of fun. I hope everybody learned a little something. Thanks for hanging out. And it was a good time. I look forward to maybe doing it again sometime in the future.
Absolutely, we'd love to have you back on. A Life Reboot says that the async is live, so you guys can go run the official async now and participate in the new version of this flag set that, isn't this particular seed we just ran. If you're joining us later on YouTube, the flags will also be posted in the comments, so you can actually information about the video, so you can find the flags and play them at your leisure on our instance version of this website, and try out what the Ducks are going to be playing this week right now as soon as we're done talking right here. From myself and Luffy in the booth, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like what you saw, just tuning in now or checking this out later on YouTube, we want you to come and be a part of Final Fantasy Randomizer. Come to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. You can find the game there, as well as links to our Discord and our development Discord. Got the Duckling Bootcamp going on right now for another 6 weeks after this. Plenty of training more to come, and then the Duck Derby starting up in, I believe, early to mid-July. So come be a part of Final Fantasy and have fun with all our ducklings in the waiting pond to learn this game. Next Duckling Seed is going to be put out on Tuesday, so we'll have the Duckling reveal for Week 3 on Monday. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you hopefully then.